This is one of the best parts of the show for me. Be able to tell the stories that make Operation Hope continue to do this type of work for over 30-something years, 32 years, going on 33 years. As I mentioned earlier, these clients, and we have our coach, Yajaira, Lugo, we have one of our directors, Nathan Beauchamp, represent the 300 coaches supporting across America, 1,500 locations with our bank partners. So you're going to get a chance to hear about their story tonight. And so we're going to start with our clients today. We have David Bradley here, who is from Nashville, Tennessee. Give him a round of applause. Representing First Horizon Bank. And we'll start with you with the question, David. Share with the audience, before you began working with your coach at Operation Hope, what was your financial situation like?
So I would describe my financial situation as a lot of gray. My wife and I had just gotten engaged right before going to Operation Hope. And a lot of people will go through premarital counseling, but we wanted to go through financial counseling because one of my mentors told me that one of the biggest things that couples will fight over is money, and it can lead to divorce and all kinds of problems. And I didn't want that for my future. I didn't want that for my marriage. So we wanted to be sure and have a foundation in financial literacy.
Very good. Kalene, same question.
Yeah, for my business, it was at the very infant stages, and I would say not really any solid foundation in place, wanting to be able to scale. But having started the business in 2020, it was very shaky. So it was at a point where I really was ready to quit before Operation Hope.
Very good. And Venison?
So for us, our journey started a little different. We finally got the faith to start a company. We jumped out there. We partnered with another team. We went to one of the largest entrepreneurship technology startups in the country, Techstars. And at that program, we found out that we're not good partners. So I ended up having to start over and create a new company, develop a new strategy and a new path, and I'll say the rest about what Operation Hope did to make that so awesome as we go on.
Yeah, very good. So David, back to you. So now you heard about Operation Hope. You worked with a financial coach there in Nashville at First Horizon Bank. Tell us about that experience working with a coach and the services you took advantage of.
So my coach's name is Ken DeJarnett. And Ken DeJarnett is incredible. He taught us the framework of budgeting and went over our debt. My wife and I, we both had debt, and we were trying to bring our households together. And he helped us understand that budgeting isn't something that will hinder you or hold you back, but it'll actually create the pathway for the life that you want to have instead of life just happening to you.
You're very good. I know Kalene, being from Grand Rapids and working with our partner Fifth Third Bank there, why don't you share the same experience?
Yeah. So my coach, Brooke Ratliff, is from Detroit, Michigan, and she was the one that helped me to establish a business plan, helped me to determine my numbers, knowing the financial projections, and really creating a solid foundation for me so that at each stage of the business, as I began to scale, the 1MBB program is what really kind of fed that foundation that helped me to grow and know what to do at each stage of growth financially.
Very good. And Venison?
So we have this amazing coach by the name of Twylan Feliciano right here in Atlanta,
She got
Georgia.
a fan club.
So when we came to her, we had spent all of our money already trying to start the other business. And during that time, my wife actually had a medical event. And that medical event was really it took out everything financially for us. We had figured out how to grow our money and create what we needed, but this was just a real setback. Twyna called me one day and she says, I got somebody I want you to meet. It's like, okay. She's like, you're gonna get a call. So I get a phone call and they say, hi, I'm just with the Office of the Vice President. Vice President of what? And they said the Vice President of the United States. At 100 Black Men, we had the opportunity to meet Vice President Harris. And I want to just say this. We all really were so blessed to have Operation Hope, Vice President Harris, come together and just look at just little old us. And from that, we have grown considerably, tremendously.
Very good, very good, very good. That's right, that's right, that's right. And so, David, current state, you took it upon yourself to realize you needed some assistance. You started working with a coach, Ken, and with all the services and the help he provided, where are you now with your financial well-being?
So my wife and I are proud to say that we paid off $30,000 in
Wait, say
consumer
that
debt.
again? How much?
$30,000.
Right, amen. Yes.
And because we were consumer debt free, this past summer, we closed on our very first house.
Home ownership, home ownership.
Thank you.
Yes.
And in my current role as a senior relationship banker for First Horizon, we have a partnership with Operation Hope, Hope Inside, and I get the opportunity and the privilege to now refer my clients to the very same coach and other coaches that impacted my journey and my wife's journey so long ago. And I'm really grateful for that opportunity.
Very good. Give David a round of applause. Kalene, current state?
So one of the things that Brooke positioned me for was to be, to have a credit score and a financial plan that put me in a position where I could, instead of renting the ice cream shop that I was renting, purchase the ice cream shop. So now I own that building. And then went from being able to do that into employing over 11 youth and 80% minority and all under the age of 25. So that
Nice.
is my team. That's my A team, and I appreciate what Operation Hope did to be able to help me to scale. This year we purchased an allergen-friendly granola company, so we've continued to scale, and Operation Hope has been with me through each stage, helping me to prepare from a strategy standpoint financially and building the right partnerships to get me in the door for those opportunities.
Very good. And I believe you also took advantage of the Shopify commerce program. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when we acquired the granola company, we then used Shopify as our platform to sell our allergen-friendly granola. So it's all the 1MBB, the Shopify program, just together built a strong system for me and a framework where when I wanted and I had an idea for how I could scale, the tools were provided through the program that I'm a part of.
Very good, very good, very good. And Kalene represents one of over 400,000 Black-owned businesses who are part of the 1 Million Black Business Initiative, thanks to Shopify and all of our partners. So, absolutely. Venison, current state.
I want to hit a topic that's everybody always talks about what Operation Hope does from a financial standpoint or so forth. I threw out about 1 billion ideas because I was scrambling trying to figure out what I was going to do. I had family to feed, mortgage to pay. And I got on the phone with Twina and I'm just blah, 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 blah. And she said, Venison, go right here. Focus right there. It's hard to explain when you got all these ideas in your head. How it is to have just one stop sign in the middle of that highway that you're running down, trying to get to that goal. And that value is tremendous. Being able to have someone, I need this resource, and there it is. You've got to take the steps to do it. It's like praying. You pray, you got to move your feet. But if you move your feet, it's been amazing.
Amen. You're right. Absolutely. Now I'm going to pivot to one of our fantastic coaches, Yajaira Lugo, who represents, that's right, who represents our Hope Inside partnership powered by Truist, Purple Rain, at the Atlanta Police Department. So she's serving law enforcement officers here in Atlanta, but she also represents our Hispanic Initiatives, a national program where we have, I believe, over 70 Spanish-speaking coaches around the United States supporting and serving the Latino community across the country. So before we get to that, first of all, share why you made the decision to be part of our Hope family as one of our great financial coaches.
Thank you for such a great introduction, first of all. I've been with Operation Hope for 6 years, and the reason I came to Operation Hope, every step in my career that I've ever taken has been geared towards my personal passion of helping people. I've always wanted to serve the community. It's still something that I still strive to do, and every single step in my career that I have taken has been with that as my main focus. That is, in short, the answer. One of the things that has kept me in Operation Hope is, yes, the fact that I do get to help the community and help law enforcement. And with my other community partners, survivors of domestic violence. And those things speak greatly, just their success is just the most rewarding part of my job. I also love the fact that when I was in the private sector, I struggled a lot with the transactional kind of relationship that I had with my clients because everybody represented a dollar. And I wanted to be able to help people not because of the money that they had, but also because they were valuable as people, regardless of the path that they walked. I like that because of the partnerships that we hold, like the ones that we have with Truist and Bank of America and Wells Fargo, we also get to showcase and highlight the great work that these for-profit companies are doing for the community. It's not just a dollar sign. We're putting value in people because they are people, not just a dollar. And that's something that's so significant to me and why I still remain at Operation Hope and see a full career all the way to retirement and beyond.
All right, amen. That's right. So you have thousands of people, thousands of delegates out there, as also watching live
Don't tell me
stream.
that, Lance. I'm already nervous.
I know, now you're real nervous, huh? What advice can you give to someone from a financial coach perspective who have made some mistakes when it came to their financial well-being? Maybe there's some shame tied to it that may be preventing them from taking that first step on this journey that could be positive for them.
Every important subject is hard to talk about, but needs to be spoken about. One of the things that I love about the environment now is that we're looking at well-being in a holistic manner. We're not just worried about financial well-being, but we're talking about the impact of that financial well-being to our mental health, to our physical health, and it is something that now we are going forward in that hard conversation. We're having those tough conversations. And listen, you're not alone. This is not a boat that you're on by yourself. I've had financial struggles, and I can pretty much, I would say, probably everyone in this room has had some sort of financial struggle at some point in their lives. You're not alone. And that's something that I always like to emphasize with every one of my clients, because it is a really hard and difficult and uncomfortable topic to talk to, or to talk about, especially when you're speaking to someone that you just met maybe 5 minutes ago. So a lot of what I do is just bring that comfortability to them So they know that this isn't just your journey. This is a journey that many, many people have already walked. And if one person can see success, then every single person can also see success.
Yeah, very good, very good. All right, well, we're coming to a close with my man, Nathan. Nathan Beauchamp is one of our great directors of program ops who oversees our Wells Fargo Stagecoach, Wells Fargo portfolio, about to go to 40 locations.
That's right.
Soon 50 after that.
50
Thank
after
you,
that.
Darlene, and the team for your commitment. But under their leadership and guidance, we're also serving populations, indigenous American populations in Gallup, New Mexico, and then also we just opened a location, thanks to Wells Fargo, in Alaska. And so we're widening out, we're reaching all people. But why don't you share, Nathan is from Alaska, and he's been to Gallup, New Mexico several times. Talk a little bit about our work with Wells Fargo and how we're serving the indigenous American community, the Navajo tribe in New Mexico, but also what we're doing now in Anchorage, Alaska.
Absolutely, Lance. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Wells Fargo. Amazing work that we're doing. But in Gallup, New Mexico, guys, we all know there's a big need for the indigenous community. They have been neglected for a while, and we have been able to technically break that gap. And it's a gap in trust. We have locations, we have the education, they have financial literacy products, but they don't trust everyone. And it's a language barrier. In the case of Gallup, New Mexico, we have a coach, Eli Tully. He actually is fluent in Navajo language. So he was able to deliver the message, educate their clients in their own language, build that trust. And in the last year and a half, we have been able to help clients build credit, come from underbank into bank, trust the system, start working in their savings, improving their credit, becoming homeowners. And now we're going to copy that same model in Anchorage, Alaska, with the Alaska Native population. So it's all about building trust and gaining their confidence.
That's right. So as you can see, we represent America up here. We're here to serve everyone, whether you're in a rural community, a metro community, or the Hawaiian Islands. We have a team that is still supporting the businesses and residents in Maui who had to endure the fires there going on 2 years. But this is a full representation of the work that we do inside Hope Inside, whether it's with faith-based organizations, inside with our bank branch partners, in the workplace with partners like UPS and Delta. And so I'm so thankful that we have the opportunity to share the people behind the work. You're able to see from their words how this work is happening and how it's changing lives. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right.
Thank you.